Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to Elodie's Crafts and Creations. Today we're going to hopefully finish our junk journals. So as you can see, I have glued the cloth onto my junk journal cover, and I am really happy to tell you that the glue has worked, like both glues, so it's really cool. So I can actually just attach them. So what I'm gonna do right now is I'm going to glue all this in place. I have also printed out the names of some of the plants that I have found. So I'm gonna glue these a bit everywhere. I've used a nice little font that I found for free online, and I can't remember the name, but it's, you know, like a machine typewriting thing. My obvious first choice of glue is hot glue because it's so quick and it really glues really well. So first things first, let's just make sure it all looks nice. The problem with hot glue, and I'm sorry there's so much noise outside but it's so hot I don't want to close the window. For the names I'm gonna use tacky glue, and sometimes I can put the names down there and other times I can just put it at the back. The cétoine dorée, the scarab here, Cetonia aurata. I decided to use some cotton to just, some kids just shouting outside, just playing. Yeah. So I decided to use some cotton to just put it at the back and make it just pop out, otherwise you really can't see it too much when it's just alone. And also I've been to some places to check out how scientists did it at the time, and they used a lot of cotton everywhere, and I think it was to put ether or something to put the animals to sleep, and that's really sad. Mine was already dead when I found it, and it might be a bit weird for people, but that's definitely what people or to make this curiosity cabinet. So I really wanted to put it there to just make it look really real. And then so I'm gonna wait for this to glue to make sure it doesn't move, because I use textile glue and I'm not sure it's dry yet, so it might move. And then I'm just going to glue the lid with some pretty strong glue. Since it's cardboard, I could definitely just use tacky glue, but because of this plastic here, I'm gonna use one of my new glues. And then I'm just gonna put lots of books and wait 24 hours for everything to dry again. And then we will be attach it to our cover. So my idea for this cover was to just attach it like this, which is why we the side here, so that it wouldn't look bad. And then this is literally just the cover. So there's gonna be a really strong tape, and then I'm just gonna glue the hidden spine. I'm just loving it. It's so different. You never see this stuff. This is all glued properly. Both of them are doing really well. I'm pretty happy. And what I've just done right now is I've put this piece of really strong tape here to attach our cover onto our other piece of cover. And I've left a gap, as you can see here. It's about 3 millimeters, almost 5 millimeters, maybe 4 millimeters, just enough space to be able to close properly, because this, I think, we didn't leave enough space, so you see it's quite hard to close it. So I don't want to make that mistake again. And now I'm going to use some textile glue, and we're going to glue this piece here. So here is my textile glue, and let's just be pretty generous. There. Oh, I forgot to do the end. The end, because if I do this, it's quite thick and I don't like it. Ah, this is so hard. Okay, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna glue, cut it shorter, add some more glue, and just fold it. I think that's gonna look better. Yes, definitely. Okay, let's just do that. So let's just cut it short. And like this. Oh, I think it's pretty good. Okay. And now what we're going to do, so that we can leave it all night, because with the lightning you probably understood that this is the night for me. Oops. Running out of tacky glue. Let's be generous. And we need some textile glue over here. Make sure it's the right way. Make sure you're all right in terms of, you know, spacing on this side and on this side. You're right in the middle. And then we can leave it overnight to dry. I'm gonna put an elastic band all around. I'm gonna put another elastic band around here to make sure that this is pushed enough, and another one this way, and then we're just gonna let gravity do the work. All right, well, good night everyone. See you in a couple of seconds for you. Bye. And this is the next morning, just getting ready of all the elastics. Well, it worked really well, and it's well fixed right here, and this one too. I'm so happy, you guys. This is looking really good. So right now I'm gonna glue this part here that's gonna hold it a bit more together. I'm gonna use my tacky glue, and of course, as usual, the textile glue when there's textile involved, so on the areas here. I'm also gonna make sure that this is pretty straight, and if it's not, or like too big or something, I can just cut it down, but it looks pretty good to me. And I really need to get another tacky glue. Okay, that's looking pretty good. And then a bit of textile glue for here. This embroidery thread that is pretty much the same color, so I'm really happy. And what I did is I covered up my ugly brown sewing, and I think it's not too shabby. You can't see it too much, and this feels really expensive, honestly. It's just so, I don't know. And here, same, I just sewed up the end here, so it looks pretty good. And I cut this one in half, and these pieces here are going to be glued to the book. And now I've put a little bit of textile glue, and I'm just going to sew up for extra strength. And now that this is done, this one is easy. Just put it around. Hope it works. It's awesome. And the second one, we're going to glue it down. So for that, I'm gonna grab my textile glue. Oh, we haven't glued this yet. Gonna have to do it. I'm just gonna put it in the middle, and I'm gonna put about 3 centimeters. And it's important to do this before we do the inner cover, otherwise it's gonna be so hard to do the inner, well, to place it afterwards. And it's this way, it's going to be covered up by our inner cover, and it's going to be pretty much invisible, which is really cool. Alright, so that's all done. So I'm gonna varnish the cardboard as well to just make sure it's just properly sealed. And I've got lots of different cardboards of different colors, and I'm gonna just check which ones I want to make my inner cover here, and also for the pocket here. The first thing I do is check with my scrap pages, because often I have the right color, you know, in the scrap paper. So that's what I'm going to do first, especially for the pockets. I've got like loads of different ones that would work. And if none of the colors work, I'm gonna go check my scrapbook pads and just cut it to size to have about 5 millimeters off here, 5 millimeters off here. And of course you need to make sure that it's aligned with this piece of paper here. It's okay if you leave a little bit of space. It's not fully glued yet. I'm probably gonna have to leave it a little bit like this before I glue the inside cover. So I'm just gonna have a look at which pages and colors I have, choose my pockets, choose the colors, choose everything, and cut everything to size and be right back. So I've just finished cutting off the pieces of paper for our covers, inside cover here. So now we're just going to glue it using tacky glue and a paintbrush if you have one. And of course something that is quite flat, like a card, or at the moment I'm just using my ruler because these are really big pieces of paper. It's much bigger than what I usually glue, and I don't want to get up and go get my card. My ruler is just there. So, and now with your flat item, we're just going to bring the glue to make sure that it's everywhere and that every corner and little piece is glued and that there are no air bubbles. And if you notice little areas like here where there's no glue, just go ahead and add a little bit of glue. And what I really like to do is always have a little cloth at hand to remove all the extra glue. And now I'm just grabbing my paintbrush to add some glue wherever is needed. Once that is done, let's glue on the pocket with my favorite tacky glue. And then the back. At the back I really like this image and I didn't want to waste it, spoil it by adding a little pocket, so I'm not going to add a pocket on this side. As you can see, we have a lot of cloth here, so I'm going to use textile glue whenever there is cloth, because my tacky glue is not going to do much good. All done, all beautiful, perfect. Oh my god, look at this, you guys. It's so cool. Well, I'm going to continue filling in a little bit. I think I'm probably gonna add a little bit of lace here just to hide this bit here that I don't like a lot, and here also. And yeah, I still have like this to add in places, and I don't know, some of this other stuff that I might add in yet other places. And then I will see you guys in the last video, which will be the big reveal in the flip through. Can't wait to show you this. I'm so excited, and I will see you guys really soon. Bye! Bye!